My current sleep setup works, but the more I start thinking about real backpacking trips, longer miles, bigger elevation, heavier days, the more I realize it's probably not going to cut it anymore. Weight matters, comfort matters, and before I go spending a ton of money on a new setup, I want to build something on a budget and actually test it overnight. See what works, see what doesn't. My current sleep system is heavier than it needs to be. Not crazy heavy, just the kind of weight that starts adding up once you start thinking about real miles. I haven't pulled the trigger on a whole new setup yet. Before I spend that kind of money, I want to build a budget system, test it overnight, and figure out what actually matters and what is just marketing.
So this isn't a review for somebody who's already just went and bought a $600 sleep system.
This is just me figuring it out real time, probably like a lot of you are too.
I set a budget and I picked 5 pieces of gear, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and took it outside.
The sleeping pad is where I spent the most money in this setup, and honestly, it's where we all should spend the money at.
This is the Trekology ULR 7.
7.2 R value, 4 inches thick, right at 2 pounds, for around $60. That R value is honestly pretty impressive. Most budget pads don't even come close to that. This one's rated for all 4 seasons, and after testing overnight, it held up way better than I expected. Underneath the inflatable, I did run a foam pad, which has a 2.1 R value from Amazon. It did, underneath the pad, make everything warmer. It did keep the cold from coming up through the ground onto the pad. And also, it made it feel more stable and more comfortable. And believe it or not, I could tell a difference that night in the 40-degree temps that I stayed in. Now, technically, this wasn't the first time that I had used the Paria 15-degree quilt. I actually used it out in Colorado back last fall for an elk trip. But we were running a hot tent out there.
So this was my first time ever really testing it without a heat source, and it did get down to 40 degrees.
I actually had to shed some clothes that I was wearing that night to be more comfortable because I did get hot. Alright, the Trekology Aloft Pro was the pillow I used for my head. First night testing in the backyard, honestly it felt pretty good. Inflated fast, soft cover, good shape to it. Okay, for you haters out there, the 2-pillow setup happened by accident. I grabbed the Marchway Ultralight pillow as a basic backup. And honestly, I didn't think much about it going in. But I ended up putting it between my legs to take the pressure off my lower back. And for us side sleepers, that is awesome. 2 pillows, 2 different jobs. And honestly, my back would thank me in the morning. $15 at 2.75 ounces. Don't overlook that thing. Think about it yourself. Let me put the cost of this setup in perspective. 5 pieces of gear, a 15-degree quilt, a 7.2 R value sleeping pad, foam underneath, and the 2-pillow setup. And the whole thing came in around $350. Now, if you start looking at premium brands like Thermarest, Sea to Summit, and Nemo, you can get close to $600 really fast. And look, some of that premium gear is lighter. Some of it probably is even better. But for somebody trying to build a setup and actually start backpacking, I honestly think getting outside matters a whole lot more right now than saving a few extra ounces. All right, gears in the tent, foam pad down first, Trekology URL 7 on top, Marchway pillow between my legs, Trekology Aloft under my head, bag zipped up. Let's see how this setup actually does overnight. Well, I woke up rested. Back felt good. Quilt handled 40 degrees without a problem. And honestly, the coffee tasted pretty good that morning. Now look, this was still a backyard test. It's not the same thing as a real miles with a pack on your back and a tough terrain. But what I needed from this test was confidence that the setup could actually work. Well, the Trekology ULR7 sleeping pad, it really stole the show here. It was the foundation of the whole setup. 7.2 R value for around $60. And the stack up setup foam pad underneath with the inflatable on top honestly worked better than I expected. It added warmth, it made the whole setup feel more stable, and it's probably a system I'll keep using even as I upgrade other gear later on. The Paria quilt also surprised me. 40-degree temps, slept through the night, and honestly, it ran warmer than I expected it to. For the budget-friendly quilt, that's pretty solid results. And then there was the 2-pillow setup. The Marchway between the legs, the Trekology under my head. Woke up with my back feeling good the next morning. And honestly, that was the whole point of the test.
The Paria, phenomenal. I think for your budget, same thing, around 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. I think this is for a quilt. I don't think you can beat that. So I think this is a great piece of equipment that'll do me when it's in the colder months.
Same thing with the pillow setup. It worked well here, but bigger trips, longer nights, and eventually going to tell me the full story. This backyard test was really about building confidence in the system before taking it any further.
Here's the honest truth about the setup. At around 6 pounds for the gear as a whole in the backpack, it'll work for what I'm doing right now. Not naive to think that as I start to take longer and longer trips, that I may have to investigate some other equipment to replace this out with. Some of you may be asking, why the backyard test? Well, I've got a lot of property here, and this was for me that's a new backpacker to just get some confidence in my equipment, even because it is budget, and I wanted to be able to get enough confidence to take my first backpacking trip. It'd be terrible to hike back, miles and miles into the wilderness, and then a mattress don't work, or a quilt don't keep you warm, or a pillow deflates. Because let's face it, less weight, longer longevity on a trip, the more comfortable you're going to be, the more fun it's going to be, and the more enjoyable it's going to be. And my name is Stephen Kidd. And if you would, hit that like and subscribe button, put some comments down there. I'd love to see them. And don't miss the next coming episodes as we continue to go down this road of getting back out in the outdoors. And like I always say, you can't harvest them in the house. You got to get up, get outdoors, and have a great time and worship the Creator born to create it.